Well, everyone, I'm in the small Texas town of Marfa. This is truly the weirdest, oddest town in the state. And of course, I want to tell you about that. I just wanted to give you a shot real quick of the beautiful Presidio County Courthouse. Marfa is the county seat. I will be grabbing Nicole later, and we will go inside there and take a look around. It's astonishingly beautiful, isn't it? Yeah, you can't miss it from pretty much all corners of town. This town is a major hub known the world over for minimalist art. Let me get my tongue around that word. Back in the, I guess it was the 70s, a renowned artist by the name of Donald Judd, he lived in New York, but he came here and fell in love with the place, and so he set up an art gallery and started bringing all his art here, and other artists followed, and now it is, like I said, a major art hub populated by lots of artsy folk. Now, you know, I show you a lot of places that are what many people would call run down and blighted, maybe. And I think many of us find beauty in it. But this town celebrates it. And is very proud of it. And it is part of the identity of the town. And they are completely unashamed or unembarrassed by it whatsoever. One of the things that could be worked on a bit is the roads. Yeah, they are really bad here. Well, let's see. Let's give you the population history. Here it is. Peak population, 1930, there were 3,909 people. Last census, it had dropped to 1788. I mean, for all intents and purposes, it seems like the town is dying. But I did look up the 2023 estimates, and the population's back up to 2141. So the town is rebounding, population-wise, which is a good thing. Median age here is 55. Now take a look at this breakdown. It's really interesting. Zero population of people ages 20 to 29. So you got some kids here, and then you've got people in their 30s. That is the oddest thing, isn't it? Here's the ethnic breakdown. Let's do that real quick. 52% Hispanic, 44% white. Last percentage is mixed race. So driving into town, this is one of the first things you see. You can't miss it. Is it art? What do you guys think? There's another piece over here. Yeah, as you drive into town, you see this from the road. It doesn't look so weird now, but as you're moving, it looks like these boxes or whatever are vibrating. So it really kind of screws around with your brain. A couple other pieces here. Like I said, minimalist art. So it's just, how do you describe it? Simple. You know, the opposite of a detailed painting, let's put it that way. So that's why you see odd things like this. Is it art though? Now there are some who would say, I could do that. Well, I wouldn't call this minimalist, but I do like it. La cucaracha. Old frame. Wow. Yeah, I'm not sure what's going on there. Maybe they show movies sometimes? Hard to say. Yeah, pretty much all the town looks kind of like this. And as you drive through it, you'll see an art museum or an art gallery. Like, they're all over town. Here's one right here. And rarely are they fancy places. But that's what's cool about the town, I think. Here's the median household income. $30,669 a year. That's $590 a week. That is really low. That's not much money. Now, do you think it's because artists don't make a lot of money? Hard to say, because the town, it's booming, at least in the sense of tourism. We're staying at the St. George Hotel, and by the way, the town has two really nice hotels, St. George being one of them. I mean, really nice, very expensive. And when we got here, we expected it to be empty every night, kind of the off season here in November, but it's been busy every night. It's got two bars. They've been full every night, serving a ton of food. We'll probably eat at the bar in the hotel tonight, and that's where we're going to show you our food review, because it's probably the best restaurant in town. Yeah, given those incomes, poverty is probably pretty high, right? Yeah, here it is, 24.9 overall. Kids are 60%. Woo, that is high. And cost of living, here it is, it's a 92. And housing is an 83. Housing is pretty expensive here, and we'll get into that in a bit. Oh man, these roads. I just put brand new tires on this thing. I am glad I did. So I was reading that in 2019 the town did away with the police department, but that didn't last long. They were brought back a couple years later, and apparently that's paid off, because I looked at the crime rate here. 3 incidents per 1,000 people. They had 6 crimes total in this town last year. 2 were assault, 4 were property. Now, the median home value here is, well, here it is, $194,900. That is extremely high. I mean, not in many other places in the country, but it is high here. I was reading, and I actually talked to a couple of people. Because of the growing tourism, the place is becoming unaffordable. I mean, think about that. Almost $200,000 for a house. $30,000 a year income is not going to buy that. So a lot of people who live here are being priced out, because people are buying houses and converting them into B&Bs, because there are so many people coming here year after year, and it's increasing year after year. Check out all this cactus. We are in the Chihuahuan Desert here in Marfa. It is a really dusty place. Our Jeep, the vehicle we drive, it is covered with dust. It's crazy. Anyway, why is this town here? It was founded as a railroad water stop. So it was just a place where steam engines would refill with water, and the town has grown from there. The town is named after a character in a Jules Verne book. The character Marfa Strogoff. The book itself is called Michael Strogoff. Now, I'm sure you guys are going to be, or some of you anyway, are going to be asking about the Marfa lights. That is a phenomenon, a light phenomenon that happens here. No one's been able to explain. And I was reading that some people think it's just headlights out on a highway that is in the distance, but that wouldn't explain that people have been seeing these lights since the late 1800s. Obviously there wasn't a highway with cars and headlights back then. So we went out twice to see them. They've built a platform. You can go out there. It's about 8 miles out of town. Both nights we didn't see any. I was talking to a guy though who was there a couple weeks ago, and he said he saw them a couple weeks ago, even though we didn't see them when we were there. But anyway, I asked him, I said, did they look like headlights from a highway or a freeway? And he said no, because they're perfectly still. Well, they'll be perfectly still, and then all of a sudden they'll jump around and move. Now, segregation was a thing here for many years, except it wasn't black kids that were segregated. It was the Mexican kids. Up until 1965, the Mexican kids went to this school and the white kids went to a different one. And today it is a National Historic Site, as you can see there on the sign. It is also on the National Register of Historic Places. Marfa has been featured in a lot of television and movies. In 1956, the movie Giant was filmed here, and it starred James Dean. In fact, it was his last movie, I believe. No Country for Old Men was filmed here. There Will Be Blood, filmed here. Both those movies were nominated for Best Picture. The Simpsons did an episode here. Larry Clark did a movie here. He filmed it here, and it took place here. It's called Marfa Girl. If you're not familiar with Larry Clark, he's pretty controversial, his movies. There was a television show that was shot here and took place here that was called I Love Dick. It starred Kevin Bacon. Was it Catherine Hahn? I actually watched that. I had actually never even heard of Marfa until I saw that show. That's what made me familiar with it. Let's see. 60 Minutes did an episode on this town, and they call Marfa the U.S. capital of quirkiness. Now this is a couple miles out of town. Wow, it's even got music. Celebrating the movie Giant, which was filmed here in town. So you're just driving out here in the desert, and all of a sudden this pops up. Alright guys, so that's the Hotel St. George. That is where we're staying. It's not right, Nicole. I've got Nicole with me now.
That is right.
You can see it's just right in downtown. There's the county courthouse right there. So we're going to walk up that way and take a look at it, go inside it. Well, we're going to have to wait for the train. We're not going to make it. Yeah, they have a train that goes through town, middle of town here, all day and all night. This is one of the longest trains I've ever had to sit and wait for.
I feel like it's been going for 15 minutes.
It's been 10 to 15 minutes. It's got a push engine on the end. And away he goes. So the Palace Theater. Yeah, it's not operating. Anyway, we're almost up to this county courthouse. All right, so man, you can't see it through all these trees. Let's come over here. This was built in 1887. Let's get over here, see better. This is Second Empire architecture. So that is Napoleon III era. See right there, very French chateau looking on the sides.
It's pretty.
And it's got Lady Justice at the very top.
That's not Lady Justice. She's not blindfolded.
That's what this says.
Oh.
It says it's Lady Justice. Well, I guess this is the entrance. It's not very flashy, is it? Considering how flashy the building is. Let's see, Presidio County Courthouse, landmark of the Big Bend. Large dome is visible for miles. That is true. Constructed of native stone. All right, let's go inside.
Okay, okay.
See what's going on in here.
Not much.
It smells old, doesn't it? I think we can look right up. Oh, well, that's definitely not the dome. Is it?
Well, yeah, that's what you see from outside, obviously.
So we're on the top floor. We can look down now. There's a staircase right here. You think that'll get us up to the dome?
I don't know if you can go up to the dome.
Let's go see. All right, we're on the next floor up. It's another stairwell. Nobody's told us we can't go up here yet, so we'll keep going. Wow. Look where we are. Somebody has really noisy shoes. All right. There's the street we just walked up. You can see how small the town is.
Oh, yeah.
Well, look, you see it just ends there and it's open desert.
Teeny tiny.
Yep. Here's a picture from, I'm thinking around 1900. There's the courthouse right there. How awesome, huh? So this is the Hotel Paisano. This was built in 1928. This is Spanish Mission architecture. This hotel is really famous. By the way, it's downtown. It's right here in downtown. Basically across the street from the county courthouse. But anyway, this is where the movie Giant was filmed. It's where all the stars of the movie stayed. James Dean, Elizabeth Taylor. And my understanding is there's some pretty awesome artwork inside, reflecting all that. So, yeah, we're gonna go take a look, see what we can see in here. This is on the National Register, by the way, of historic places. All right, so we're inside now. Wow, it is so beautiful. Well, this is from the movie, obviously.
Elizabeth Taylor and Rock Hudson.
Yeah, and Rock Hudson, yeah, he's in it too. This is a lounge area. So some of the local artwork. Yeah, they've got a little gallery in here. All kinds of great stuff. What do you think? Some more pictures from the movie. All right, we are going to have dinner in the hotel at the Venture restaurant inside, one of the two bars that they have. All right, we're looking at the menu. I already know what I'm having. I'm going to have the ribeye.
eaten like days and you've been planning your meal.
Yeah. And you're gonna probably have the salmon, right?
I believe so. I'm pretty sure I'm gonna get that blackened salmon. Yes.
All right, our entrees are here. We didn't get an appetizer because their entrees are so big. It's a lot of food. I'm having a ribeye, medium rare, with mashed potatoes and carrots.
They look good.
They look awesome. And you were having?
I'm having blackened salmon, and it comes with green beans and a coconut jasmine rice, which looks amazing.
What's that sauce on the side?
Oh, it's some kind of cream base. It's a cream sauce, and they're supposed to be.
But you're probably not going to eat it because you don't need it, right? The salmon probably isn't going to eat it. Looks good.
Okay.
All right. Yeah. So let's see how good it is. We're about a third of the way through our food, and well, we're going to talk about it now. The seasoning on this is incredible. It's awesome. Mashed potatoes are very good. These are the best carrots I've ever ate in my life. What were these, brown butter carrots?
Brown butter carrots, and it's funny because it takes a lot for me to say that carrots look good. Like, I really do not like carrots, but I tried them the other night and I knew how good they were.
Yeah, these are incredible.
Very, very yummy.
How's your salmon?
It is really good, very flavorful. I had a salmon the other night that was just like, I don't know, it just lacked any flavor whatsoever. This is so much better.
That was at a different restaurant.
Yeah, yes, I'm sorry. A different place down here in Marfa, but not here. Yeah, and this is just so much better. Yeah, very flavorful. It doesn't even need the sauce. The green beans are excellent. Almost as good as Joe's green beans are. And yes, everything's very flavorful.
Yes, I'm an expert at cooking green beans, so it's good that she acknowledged that.
He used to cook them for me all the time.
Yeah. All right, there you go. All right, so we are having dessert. This is a flourless chocolate cake with a bourbon sauce and some whipped cream at the top, right?
Yes, and flourless means, I'm sure, gluten-free. So anybody that doesn't like gluten, this might be good.
Yeah, something to consider. Not for me, though. All right. Well, we're going to try it out. See if it's good. All right, so this dessert is fantastic, especially the sauce. That's the best part, isn't it?
I said it was the best sauce. I said it was the best part.
I was agreeing with you. It's a brown bourbon sauce.
Yeah.
And this flourless cake.
You kind of stole my point,
and
but yes, the sauce.
Hand-whipped cream. Fantastic.
Yes, the sauce is my favorite part, absolutely. I eat a lot of desserts that say there's like a whiskey sauce or a bourbon sauce, but usually it's they call it a whiskey sauce. And I don't know, it tastes good, but this is an amazing whiskey sauce on this.
Yeah.
So good.
Yeah, so, very good dessert.
Yes.
All right, so here's the check. It's safe to say this is the most expensive check we may have ever had.
I mean, there was that time when you got like a $50 liquor. You had like two.
Yeah, but I don't think that's happened over $200. $252.72. Well, this is a good hotel, and the food is really good, but boy, it is pricey. So anyway, there it is, guys. The tab. Yeah, so this is the hotel pool and hot tub. As you can see, it's quite nice. And they've got a bar. It's not open right now, right next to it. Full bar. Most likely in the summer, it's open all day.